Today's message is Before and Behind. Psalms 139:5. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. This verse tells us God goes before me and follows me. He places his hand of blessing on my head. The psalmist said, such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. The Lord always goes before his children to prepare the way, and from behind, he protects us from the enemy. When the Lord rescued Israel from Egypt, God went before them and prepared a way, then stood between them and the enemy in a pillar of fire and cloud. Exodus chapter 14 and verse 19 tells us, and the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went before their face and stood behind them. God's purpose in going before them was to keep and lead them by his power into a place that he had prepared for them. God does demand obedience from his people. If they obeyed, he would protect them from sickness and harm. He would bless their provisions and meet their needs. He would destroy the enemy before them and give them the victory. Exodus 23 and verse 28 says, and I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, and the Hittite from before thee. God went before them to conquer the enemy in their life. He did it a little at a time. He desires to give you victory, which strengthens your faith in him, to lead you to the next victory, which makes your faith stronger. He is always before his children, making a way for you, so you will have ultimate victory, and so that you can see the power of God. Exodus 23:30. By little and little I will drive them out from before thee, until thou be increased and inherit the land. God doesn't give us all the victories at once. He desires his children to claim victories, hold them, then go on to new victories, praising him for going before and behind them. If God had driven out the enemy immediately for the Israelites, they would have not had the strength to overcome the beasts of the field. So here's what you do. Today, trust God to give you victory in the struggles in your life, one at a time. Believe that he is ever before you and behind you to keep you by his power. He does this for all those who belong to him. Jesus has gone before you to the cross. Jesus has gone before you to taste death. Jesus has gone before you to the grave, so that you will not be left behind. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to who lives within us. Now here's your truth to take with you today. It's in John chapter 14 verse 3. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you into myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. May God's grace be with you.